Hi guys, welcome to another Ways to Find Your Wallet. Today I've actually got notes because I didn't want to forget what I was going to say. I've got quite a few things to mention. I went to one of the house builders AGMs a few weeks ago. I asked a lot of these questions because I have these queries as well. I asked the CEOs of these companies and finance directors, etc. I thought it would be useful. So this goes back to an original video when I talked about cyclicals and investing when others are fearful. So yeah, what we're looking at today, there was some news today actually with the UK house builders. Most of them fell between 5 and 10%, I think. I'll give the exact figures. Persimmon and Berkeley fell 7%. Persimmon and Berkeley crumbled 7% and 3%. And Bovis Homes was down 7.8%, Taylor Wimpey 6.8%. Bellway 5.6 and Barrett's 5.5. So between, another big one, Redrow fell 2.9%. So between kind of 2.9% and nearly 8% in a day. What was the news? Well, the news was the UK government has decided to limit the Help to Buy scheme. The Help to Buy scheme is a kind of government assistance for those with, originally it came out for those that couldn't afford to buy with a deposit, so the government would back it with a certain percentage, and they came out with news today that as the UK economy is improving, they might not that might not go forward. It was originally planning to go to 2015. I'm not 100% sure the exact date they're talking about today, but I did speak to some prominent people, and they believed that it didn't matter for a couple of reasons. Help to Buy really doesn't have that much of an impact on the overall supply and demand of the market. First time buyers are not a massive section of the market. They are a section, but those that were applying to Help to Buy, certainly with Barrett's, weren't a massive percentage of the overall buyers in the last 12 months. I think they said it was around 10%, so that's not going to affect it that much. So let's say the Help to Buy completely disappears. It's only 10% of the actual overall buyers anyway. So I asked him what would happen if the economy improves, which it's likely to improve, and interest rates go up. And he mentioned the past, which is it's fair enough. In 2007, when interest rates were very high, 5.5, 6%, it was the height of the market. It was the height of the boom, but there was still high demand. Why was there high demand, and why was it justified? Because the need for houses in the UK is around 250 to 300,000 per year, and the UK isn't at the moment. It's building 140,000 or thereabouts between all of the UK major house builders. The government are not building anywhere near the kind that they need to, and the national house builders aren't either. So that demand is always going to be there, even if interest rates go up. So opportunity to buy. Why do I think it's an opportunity to buy? Well, I bought the house builders. I bought Taylor Wimpey at around 40p originally. I bought Barrett Developments at around 100p originally. I've added to both positions, but as you'll see, some of them they're up between something like that. They're up quite a bit. But that doesn't matter. I'm talking about now. Why do I think it's still a good opportunity to buy? I think that there's going to be significant growth over the future. A lot of these house builders have bought in the lower market, and they bought over the last couple of years where land was a bit cheaper, and it takes there's some lead time in building. It takes it takes a while to build a house. So that there's a margin, and Barrett certainly have a target of an ROC, or return on capital employed, of around 25 to 30%, and that does not include any house price inflation, which would only if house prices go up, then it would only add to their margins. So that's interesting. Dividend as well. What's the reason? What's another reason why I'm so hot on the house builders is because of the effects of buying a cyclical stock at the lower end. When at the end of a cycle, when the companies the share prices are falling off, people are selling, earnings are going down, revenues falling, profits falling, maybe even into the negative category. They're obviously not going to pay a dividend, but when business starts to recover, like it is now in the UK, a lot of these companies start to repay, start to pay a dividend again. So what's the net effect of that? Well, I've got the Taylor Wimpey stats in front of me here, and they're not paying a dividend. They're not paying much of a dividend at the moment. If we look at it, it says in 2011 they paid a 38 pence dividend, but it was up significantly. It was up to 62 pence. The forecasts are the dividend will be up to 85 pence, and then in 2014 it might be the next forecast is somewhere between £1.54, could be as high as £2. That's not a bad growth in dividend really. If you're buying it kind of 30p, 40p, and suddenly 2014 you're looking at £1.50, £2, and then beyond. That's quite a good return on investment just from the dividend alone. So that is my update on the cyclicals, the house builders in the UK. I don't think it's a particularly bad time to buy, despite the major falls in the house price. The house builder stocks prices today.